it's that time of year, and me and Cam, we've been having a look through what kind of things that actually we would like to receive as Christmas presents. So we figured, well, that might be quite cool. If anyone wants to buy us something, then please go for it. But this is generally really giving people ideas to buy their loved ones if they're photographers or just even interested in photography. These some cool ideas, I thought. We're not going to bore you with a massive list. We basically got a top 5. So Cam, I think you want to start with the first one. This is definitely I thought this was a bit of a boring one personally, but Cam, you were very much going for this. You quite liked it, didn't you? So here it is. So Cam, what have you put in at number 5?
Well, it's a portable hard drive. And because yes, it might sound as a boring, dull present, but you know what? Every photographer needs a portable drive, and I can guarantee you that if you give a keen photographer a portable drive wrapped up as a Christmas present, they're going to be absolutely chuffed, because photographers, we're all geeky, aren't we? We love that sort of thing. And this particular one is the lacy drive, and the great thing about this is it gives you that sort of rubber orange casing around it as well for that
rugged
added protection. It's the rugged, and that's why it's called that. So
well, it's the rugged mini. I mean, it's not massive on the storage. It's only a terabyte, which 10 years ago would seem massive, wouldn't it? But it's good because it's got it's pretty good price bracket as well, isn't it? I believe. So looking at this, you're looking at 80 quid, basically £79. By the way, we're looking at park cameras here. I'm sure there's other people available that you could buy these from, but £79 looks pretty cool.
I mean, it's a 1 terabyte drive, and USB 3, and your photographer friend or family member can be storing a terabyte's worth of images and video. So I think it's a great Christmas present coming in at number 5. What do we got number 4?
Well, I was just about to say, before we move on, if you're particularly feeling generous with your rugged mini USB 3 by Lacy, buy them 2. So you got 1, and then you got a backup.
Well, there you go. Yeah, the backup. Yes,
absolutely. Absolutely. Right then. So no worries at all. So the next one we are looking at, again, this is one that piqued Cam's interest, and I thought was maybe, I don't know, a little bit on the boring side, but anyway.
See, the thing is, Mark, I've gone for things that are
You've gone for practical, useful things, haven't you?
Rather than something that's going to be maybe, it's good for Christmas Day, and then you throw it out, and then you never use it again.
That is fair enough. That is fair enough.
Now this is called the Thinktag Cable Management 30 version 3, and it says the updated Thinktag Cable Management 30 version 3 is the latest pouch from the range, which now features clear front and rear panels with wide easy access opening and much more to help you organize your accessories. So it's basically a cable tidy case.
Yes. I mean, there's nothing much to it, but you're right. I mean, I'm always looking for cables. I'm not going to lie. So I have just taken the mickey out of this, but actually...
Mark, do you know what? I think the one person that needs this is you. Because when you open up your camera bag, you're a messy bugger.
Excuse me, everything is in its place, I'll have you know. But there are cables on top of flash guns. I agree.
Yeah, exactly right.
Nowhere else to put them.
And then when you open your backpack, which has got your laptop in, I mean, there's I watch you, and you've got stuff coming out everywhere, and it just seems to be no organization at all.
That's not fair. There's plenty of organization. Everything has its place, unless someone picks up my bag and doesn't check it zips, Mr. Cam. Generally, it is. It is. But no, this actually looks pretty cool, to be fair.
I mean, it's not a £5 little zip pouch or something. It's £30, so it's quite a price just for what you would call a bag. But I think it's really useful, and I think you give that to a photographer friend again or family member. I think they'd be chuffed. I think they would use it and go straight into their camera bag, and they would spend Christmas Day wrapping up their cables and tidying them all up.
Yeah.
and putting them in the bag and being
Yeah.
organized. So I think
And
it's a
being
great
organised.
present. Okay, so the first two I think are really useful gifts. What do we got in at number 3?
Really useful one here. So I quite like this one. So this is it's a battery case. It's a large battery case. It's 15 quid. So nothing overly expensive here. But you know what it can do is it's like a little pouch. It's by Vanguard. It's called the Vanguard Ultra BCL Battery Case Large. It's not the sexiest of titles, I agree, but it is. It says it does exactly what it says in the title there. It's a little pouch. It looks like you can put it on your belt. And you can, lens caps. Now that would be good for me. I'm always losing my lens caps. You can put lens caps in there. You can put SD cards in there, batteries. Looks like you got a pen in there as well. You can fit. Just a nice little thing that you can put on your belt. Again, very useful for carrying around. And it's only 15 quid. You know, it'll be a good, useful little thing for 15 pounds. I don't know what you think about that, Cam.
Yeah, I think I think it's a great present. Again, you know, it's that one where it's really useful. You give that to any photographer, and they're going to have a use for it. You know, and yeah, they might sound like dull presents, but they're ones that people are going to keep, and they're going to say, I can guarantee you that every photographer will say so far to those three. Do you know what? I could really do with that. Oh yeah, I was thinking of getting one of those. Oh, I wanted to tidy all my stuff up. You know, I needed somewhere to back my photos up. That's the response that you're going to get from our three numbers 5, 4, and 3. What comes in at number 2, Mark?
Well, this is something that piqued my fancy. You know, I like my lighting. And this is a little device that I think would be very useful. So it's a little LED light that clips onto your hot shoe adapter on your camera. It's called the Loom Cube 2.0 waterproof LED. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. You've got an app for it on your phone, so you can control your brightness and all that kind of stuff. And there's a load of other functions on there as well, which does look really, really useful. Not only do you get obviously it's like this little box light. It's really quite small. Not only do you get that, but you also get a few accessories with it as well. So obviously you've got your USB cable for charging and the DSLR shoe, but you also get it has a magnetic thing on the front, so you can put little filters on it. So you've got the magnetic warming gel, and you've also got a diffuser, which again is magnetic. It just clicks on. You've got a modification frame. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'm assuming it's another light modifier of some description. And then, of course, you actually get the Loom Cube 2.0 as well. Now, this is a little bit more pricey than what we've been talking about. It's £95, but it's still under the £100 mark. So it's not breaking the bank. But I think this could be a nice little gadget you can have just to maybe put a bit of pop in a portrait, or you know, we were thinking about first dances, weren't we, Cam, when we first saw this?
Well, yeah, the thing is I like it. And then I thought to myself, I don't know, it's a bit plasticky and cheap, but then it is £95.
Yeah.
So that sort of changed my mind on it, thinking it's probably for something that small for £95, that's got to be pretty good. My only thing is, would it be blinding to the subject that you're going to use? But then again,
Maybe.
saying that, not necessarily. I think you've got that control on your phone, and there's a couple of images of a photographer using it, and I think it could be really good in just to throw that little bit of extra light in dark situations. I'd quite like to try it. That actually,
Yeah. I'd like to try it.
There you go. You see, Mark.
Yeah.
That's why it makes a great Christmas present. Because if somebody bought that Christmas present for me, I'd be thinking, "Oh, I like that." I've not got one of those. I can't think many people would have that. You know,
I think so. I've just realised what the modification frame is, by the way. So that is the thing. The modification frame is the magnetic bit which you clip over the Loom Cube, and then you can then magnetically attach the warming gel and the diffuser. Yeah, it's an adapter basically. Yeah. And I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure there are some additional accessories you can get for it. I can't imagine this company is silly not to do that. Or maybe there's some coming up. But
let's have a look at the description of it down there a little bit. As I look at it a little bit lower there. Okay, it says it's rugged, it's waterproof, it's got a high quality light, it's Bluetooth enabled for easy brightness. 1.5 hour battery life. Wow, for a little cube like that, I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
It's just low light mode for long exposure photography. So that alone is really good. And 80% beam angle for clean spread and 0 hotspots. Now there you go. That was my worry. Does it cause a hotspot? Now I would really, really like to try this actually.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
And
It's about the
USB
size of a golf ball, this thing. It's
yeah, and it doesn't. I said it doesn't take a battery. It's USB-C charging. You know, going back years ago, we would have had those little disc. You know, those little silver batteries. That's
those things.
You know,
I mean,
and
it might be that it can connect to your camera. I don't know this because I haven't looked into it, but you might be able to.
True.
Might be able to just connect to your camera.
It gets a charging cable. Yeah, it might be able to.
Might be able to.
I think another good gift. I think we've got some really good ones. You've got the sort of boring, sort of usefully ones, but now you know. So anyway,
but
what comes?
Pretty cool.
Well, anyway,
we kind of cheated for the next one because we got two things that we're kind of grouping together.
Okay.
So this is really going back to analog. Now, these cameras have been around for ages and whatever, guys. The company's been around for a very long time. So I'm sure many of our listeners have heard of Lomo cameras. So we've gone on to shop.lomography.com and they've got some really good cracking deals here. But there was a couple that me and Cam looked at particularly, which we kind of liked. So I'm going to start with this one here. So this one is called the Lomo Apparat mini gift bundle. Hopefully I have pronounced that right. Now it's a nice little bundle you've got. Now the price does vary because you have a choice of 3 different cameras. So you've got the Apparat 21mm wide angle camera, which is normally £89. You've got the Lomo Apparat 21mm wide angle camera Nubo edition. I'm just assuming that's how it looks. And that's an extra tenner. And then you've also got the Chin Yoda edition, which is £99. So the price does vary on this bundle. So it can be £101.90 or it can be £111.90, depending on which camera you go for. But it also gives you some film, and you also get a film case for it as well. It's 35mm film, so it's going back to the old school. But I have to say, some of these they got some examples of what you can get from it, because it's got some gels on the flash, so you can change your flash color. I think it might actually go for all 3, because looking at some of these, that looks like the lens.
I mean the Lomo stuff is great. I think a lot of people probably aren't even aware of what the Lomo cameras do. But they've been around since the 90s. And they're actually quite famous as well. You know, you see them sometimes in art galleries, you know, when you go to the shop, the museum shop sometimes, or you know, when you, on your way out, and you find them in there a lot of the time as well. But the way they sort of capture things in a very arty sort of way, I think, are great. You know, they give you the flair, they give you that bit of that color, the different, you know, the old look color, I guess, as it were. They look like it's like going back in time with the Lomo stuff, I would guess.
But it's also very experimental and very arty and crafty.
Experimental, that's it. Yes, that's right.
It looks like you could do some double exposure stuff with this camera as well. And again, you can change. So I said there's some sort of gels you can put over the flash. It looks like you can change the colors of the gels as well, so they're interchangeable. It just looks like a bit of fun. I mean, I don't think you're going to get the highest quality picture from these. Don't expect that. But it's fun. It looks like fun. I think it's very I would be very happy if I opened my stocking one morning and found one of these in there. I think this would be lots and lots of fun.
That's right. And what's the site that what's the site that people can look this up on?
Shop.lomography.com. We'll put this on our show meets. We'll put some direct links to the 2 cameras that we're saying, because you spotted one as well, didn't you, Cam?
Yes.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh no, that's not it. There it is.
It was the old, and I think people would love this now, but there is a downside to it. Now, this is the fisheye baby metal black. It says, with a sleek black metallic design, the oh so adorable fisheye baby 110 camera may be small, but it packs a 170-degree punch, shooting super cool bulbous spheres on 110 film. So those of you that remember 110 film, 110 film. 110. Now, the only thing I would say is it a bit gimmicky? Does it have a limited use? Yes, look, it's only £30. It's just under £30 a skip. So yes, it is gimmicky. It is for a bit of fun. It could be ideal for somebody to shoot over Christmas.
Yeah.
and then not use it again, right? But so, and I think it's the one present I think that's funky at the list of things that we did. It's funky, it's fun, it's experimental.
Mm.
Do you know what? You may only use it once or twice, but it's part of the fun element of it, you know.
Yeah, I think so. I think you get a lot out of it, actually. I think you'd always take this to parties or you know, there's a picture here of someone there hiking on a mountain. I think you get some quite interesting. I think it's a camera you take as well as your smartphone, so you got a bit of fun and then your normal photos as well.
Definitely.
It's on 110 film as well. I don't know how easy that is to get printed. I'm guessing that they'll be able to tell you how to do that.
I think they do. That's right. Yeah, I think you can probably send it directly to them actually, and they'll do that as well. So they support. I think they support all of that. They sell all the film as well. So good stuff. Now, Mark, that's our top 5, isn't it?
No, we're on number 2. We got one more.
We've got one, of course. Yes.
No, you've actually got one of these, Kam. So I'm really surprised you forgot about this. So we had a look on this. These guys don't. Well, they have their own website to tell you about it, but it's by Fujifilm. It's called the Instax Mini Link to Smartphone Printer, and you can get them in different colors. We're looking at the clay white one. But over to you, Kam, because you've actually got one of these.
I have. I may not have exactly the same one. It is a Fujifilm Instax Mini that I've got, but I bought it. I bought it for my wife a few years ago, actually, for Christmas. And basically what it is, you take a photo on your phone and you can print it into a little mini print. It's like a very small mini Polaroid that you get, and at the bottom of it, it's got that bit of extra white space, and you can make a little comment on it. You can sign it, or you can put a date on it and present it to somebody, so they get a photo there and then straight away. I think that these are absolutely brilliant, and so it's really easy to link your phone to the printer. You print the picture off. It comes out of the machine automatically. You then have to wait, and then you see the image appear in front of you.
So it's like a Polaroid then?
It's a Polaroid, yeah, but it's absolutely brilliant. I think they're perfect gifts to hand about. Now, you can buy the Instax cameras, and they're big, bulky things, which I've not used, but I still think they're really good. However, this is just a printer that you can keep in your bag, but you take the photos with your phone, and I think these are brilliant. They make a great gift. I mean, it's under £100.
Yeah. So we're looking at what, £94? £94 on the dot. Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on where you get that, and I think when you buy it, you get some film that comes with it that you can use.
How do you
paper?
Paper. How do you link it to the camera? Is it Bluetooth? Is it?
It's just Bluetooth. It's just Bluetooth. Wi-Fi. Yeah. So you just download the app, and then it just links up from there. It's really easy. And
how big are the photos?
Oh, they're probably, I don't know, 3 inches by 2, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So just nice little,
small
pictures.
But and I think they're perfect for it makes a lot of little gifts. You take a photo of someone, you just hand them the little print on the day.
Yeah.
You
can make little albums, couldn't you? You could do little albums on it as well.
You see them at weddings, sometimes, and people leave those little Instax and they stick them up. And I think we go to what is a print, and I think it's a great way to finish off our top 5 Christmas presents.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
you're actually giving something to somebody, that printer. You're then taking photos and printing them off, and then they're giving a little print to somebody else. And you could shoot pictures over Christmas, and if you've got family and friends staying with you over Christmas, they could take a little print home with them, shot over Christmas before everyone falls out, and I think
down the Queen Vic, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So when so the Instax printer, I think, is a great gift. That's our number 1 Christmas gift this year, under £100.
You can't go
give
wrong
it to
with
anyone.
That.
And sorry, that's the other thing. The other reason why we're going to we're saying it's not one is because it's not just for photographers. You could give this to your mum, you could give this to your nan, you could give this to your brother, your sister, your best friend. This is a photographic gift for everyone.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That's why it's a number 1 gift.
Yeah,
so,
excellent stuff.